go. PI. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Good
Let's go.
comeback, baby. That was
That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah, baby. Tonight, green 80. Great son. Yes, sir. Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Welcome back to the Ozone. You know I'm gonna keep it straight with you. We got us another W. I guess that's something to be happy about. If you sat there and watched that whole game like I did, you know it didn't start off pretty. You know that we had two back-to-back turnovers by our so-called leader of the offense, the quarterback, Bryce Young. The first turnover had my eyes like this. Like, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It seemed like Bryce was scared. He turned around and seen that defender coming at him, and he threw the ball to the ground. It just seemed like when Bryce is under pressure, he makes some of the most craziest like decisions that you could make. Like, I don't know if he's a NFL caliber quarterback. That's what you said after those first two turnovers. He even the second turnover was an interception. He overthrew, I think it was a Xavier Legette, and I'm not putting that on Xavier Legette, at least not that play. That was Bryce. That was definitely Bryce, and he overthrew it. But it seemed as though Bryce settled back in. When we went down 17-0, me and my cousin was on the phone sitting there like, yeah, we're not coming back from this. Like, even with Bryce, you know, with Bryce as our quarterback, like, we're not coming back from no deficit. We're never gonna come back from a deficit. And turns out that 17-point deficit was like a tie for the largest franchise deficit, you know, that we overcame. So 17 points was, I guess, was the largest deficit that we was able to, you know, come back and win. And we ended up doing it. But I mean, it was against the Dolphins. Dolphins got their own set of problems going on. They didn't have Tyreek Hill. Tua has been up and down. He played a pretty good game yesterday, but he played against the Panthers. The Panthers make everybody look great. I said that, you know, when we played against the Patriots and Drake May went down there and stumped us out, and he was out there looking like Tom Brady. Drake May actually, you know, he making me eat my words. He had a good game last night against the Bills. So, I mean, maybe it was par for the course. But, like I say, the Panthers ended up getting the W 27-24 against the Miami Dolphins. And it came with us making that last game-winning drive, or that game-winning touchdown. Was it a touchdown? Yeah, it was a touchdown. That's what we needed it. And Bryce, you know, let us down there. I'm not going to continue to have, like, undenying like faith and confidence in Bryce, because we know he can have a moment or lapse just like he had just at the beginning of that game. And think about it, you playing against the Miami Dolphins, if you play like one of these big teams, like if we're in the playoffs, we playing against the Chiefs or the Lions or the Bills or anybody like that, like Cowboys, Eagles, a team with a good offense, good defense, they're gonna make us pay for those turnovers, which the Dolphins did. You know, they did in their own right, but they also couldn't stop us offensively, because the Dolphins, like I say, they have their own problems. But how can I sit here and forget about Rico Dowdle? I cannot like go not mentioning Rico Dowdle. He went over 200 yards rushing, and that's impressive, man. That was impressive. I believe Rico, when he was with the Cowboys last year, he went over 1,000 yards. He had a 1,000-yard season. I believe that was the same with Chuba. So we got two 1,000-yard rushers on our team. Chuba is the starter, obviously. Rico, you know, comes in and fills in, and, you know, those backup moments. I mean, he's had a pretty decent season, and when he got his time to be able to be a starter, he showed, and it made me sit here and like, why Rico not starting? Like, he got a burst that's like that's encouraging. Every time he gets the ball and hit that hole, he makes you think that he got a good chance of breaking for at least 3 or 4 yards. Chuba, I don't know if Chuba possesses that exact burst, but Chuba, you know, he's been pretty steady for us as a running back, but I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping that maybe we can, you know, tag team them both, like when we had I forgot their little name together, but you know, D'Angelo Williams and Jonathan Stewart, when we had them tag teaming together and going back and forth. I'm hoping we can find a running game like that. I'm hoping, you know, since we got Bryce and T-Mac can hook up. It looks very promising. We got to get T-Mac in the end zone sooner than later. Xavier Legette finally got himself up in the end zone this last game, and literally like the play before, Xavier Legette had made like a miscue or something, and I said to my cousin, I'm like, Xavier Legette gonna get cut, because we had all these expectations and hopes for him, you know, coming, you know, from all the videos and stuff he had put out, you know, over the off season, and you know, just banking on how he had played a little bit last season and just hoping that we was gonna see improvements. We haven't seen that much, but he caught himself a touchdown yesterday, and it was off a nice pass by Bryce. This is after Bryce had his bad turnover, so I mean, it seemed like Bryce kind of settled down and he was able to, you know, lead us. He was able to lead us on a game-winning drive and a few, you know, touchdown drives to lead us down there. He led us down the field right before halftime so we can get a field goal, and we got the second half kickoff. It ended up turning out to, you know, go in our favor, and we got us a W, so we can be happy about that. Team sitting at 2-3, we can live with that. It's something to build on. I don't think, you know, Bryce is the answer, but if we got him for now, hopefully he can just continue, you know, to get better and give us something to cheer about. Maybe he'll have me eat my words in the long run and actually become, you know, a Heisman caliber quarterback, or even a NFL MVP caliber quarterback. We haven't had that since, you know, the one and only one Cameron Newton. But hopefully we can find some of that magic and not have to sit in this disparity for, you know, consistent years. Like, we got to see something end up happening. Defense isn't that great, the line isn't that great, the offense isn't that great, and the coach is not even that great. So we need to find something. We need to find us a leader, find us a cornerstone player that we can like build behind and know that's gonna be there with us, you know, for, you know, the duration of their career, or until, you know, the rookie contract is over, or we re-sign them to another contract and that contract is over. It's only like, that's the type of a caliber of player we need, that we know that we want to stay in Carolina for years to come. So y'all get down in the comment section, let me know what y'all thought about the game. Like this video, subscribe. You know, I'm gonna have more consistent videos coming out. It's a lot of content coming out. You got the NBA season coming up soon. NFL is still picking up and going steady and holding strong, so y'all look out for me.